Hey guys, JD here. Just quickly wanted to pop in and say sorry about the weird audio and the hum in the background. And you can see I'm wearing a lavalier mic in the video. However, the audio got all jacked up, so I didn't end up using it. So again, I'm sorry about the weird hum in the background and anything else that's distracting. Either way, hopefully you enjoy this video. Thanks so much. Bye. Welcome back to the Caffeinated Cruiser. My name is JD, and today we are going to talk about the Indie Crossfield boots. I've owned these for almost a year now. I bought them, I believe, in last March, and I probably put somewhere around 5 to 8,000 miles on them, maybe more. So, long story short, I bought these boots. These are the perforated leather boots, and I don't know if you can see that a whole lot. The lighting in here is terrible, and I'm recording in basically a dungeon. But these ones are perforated all around the sides here, on both sides, as well as along the tongue. And I specifically bought these boots because I really wanted something that was breathable, lightweight, and that was comfortable in the summer. I do prefer wearing short boots. If I made a video about my opinions on how to recover from a crash and whatnot, and one of the things I mentioned in that video is I like to invest in gear that I enjoy wearing and I enjoy how it looks, because then I tend to wear it a lot more. It's not always the most safe gear, but it's stuff that I really like. So this is one of those boots that is, in my opinion, a bit of a compromise. These right here next to them, they look somewhat similar, but these are my TCX boots. I've had, I think, 2 or 3 pairs of these, and I have no clue what generation they are, and I think they only make them now in the waterproof version, so not the perforated version. And if you watch that one Fortnite video, you know that Gore-Tex is breathable or waterproof, not both. And even at its most breathable, I find it to be very hot, and I do not like that. I would rather breathe and be a little chilly, honestly, especially from the waist down, than be too hot when I'm riding. Full leather upper, like both of these, similar gum soles, a little bit different tread pattern. I haven't really worn these at all since I got these because, again, I prefer them to be much more breathable, and these were getting pretty beat up. I also wore these every day in a warehouse setting, so they're probably even more beat up than they should be. A couple of things I want to note. So my buying experience with the Indie Ridge boots, I saw them on, I believe, a Gorilla Biker review, if I'm not mistaken. And when TCX only started making the Gore-Tex versions of these, I really wanted to find something different, but had a very similar silhouette, because again, I just like how it looks and I like how it feels. I went to their website and I found these. They were about $200 with, I believe, it 10% off, so I think I paid like $180 for them. And you know, their website says a lot of great things about the reviews, the customer service, their warranty. I think, let's see, what do they call it? The live free guarantee and the roadhouse return policy, which basically is you can wear them, you can beat them up, and if there's an issue with them, they'll take them back. Again, I'm paraphrasing, so again, go to the website and look at it if you want to buy a pair. As well as, you know, for any reasonable reason, they are willing to return these. And actually, my experience with them, so the first pair I bought, the left boot and the right boot on the first pair were totally different shaped from basically the top of the ankle down. One was way wider, and then the like collar or the C of the collar itself on one was like very heavily distorted. So I thought maybe, you know, they're leather, they'll break in, maybe they bent in shipping or in the box or whatnot. And so I tried to wear them around the house and whatnot, and they were just a little bit odd. The other thing, which I'm gonna try to get really up close to the camera, and hopefully you can see it, it's pretty dark in here. There is this red liner down inside of these that is stitched on. And the first pair of boots I had, the liner, and again, I know you're not going to be able to see this, but the liner literally kind of goes up the side of the foot, and I guess I'll show you on the outside. It basically kind of goes up to your Achilles and kind of up the side, and there was stitching right down the center of it that you could feel on your Achilles. So I didn't feel like that was normal, and both sides of the boot weren't the same. They were definitely very different looking. They looked like they came out of 2 completely different molds. Even the, if I'm really nitpicking, the shape of the toe was different. So I reached out to them. I reached out to Indie Ridge's customer service, and just like the website said, they gave me no hassle, no headache. They shipped me out a new pair as a replacement, and I sent them back the other one. The break-in period was basically non-existent. They did stretch out a little bit. They did get more flexible, which I really like, which is one of the nice perks of leather. And their website does say that these are typically meant to fit wide. When I bought these, again, these are the Crossfield 4s. So looking at their website right now, There are Crossfield 5s out right now, and I don't see a direct comparison of what's different about them. I was a little bit bummed the Crossfield 5s did come out very quickly after I bought the 4s. But honestly, again, looking at the website, I have no idea what they changed, and I've been really, really satisfied with these. The things I've ridden in, so here in Michigan, it gets very, very hot and very humid in the summer. And these, by far, are the coolest, and I say coolest like coldest, the coldest riding boots I've ever worn. They do get warm on really, really warm days or from walking around a ton. But when I was riding, I could literally tilt my foot down into the wind, and wind would pull through this side. I could tilt my foot out, wind would pull through this side or this side. And I have never worn a riding boot that was so comfortable, and is why I have yet to go back to these. On the flip side, on days that are a little bit colder or chilly and it's 60 or below here, these have still been a very comfortable boot, and it's rare that I've had a day and I felt like I was too cold. So they strike that middle ground very nicely. The toe box itself is not perforated, and I personally think that was a good idea because obviously that's your highest wear section on these boots, especially on the left side, the shifter side. You can probably see this here where this leather is kind of discolored and changed a little bit. So I'm glad that this side is not perforated, as well as when it is very cold or on those days where I didn't plan ahead well enough, having your toes protected a little bit is nice. Guys, I'm back. Sorry if everything looks different all of a sudden. I was recording on my iPhone and it randomly decided it didn't want to record anymore. So I switched over to my GoPro. So I honestly don't really know where I left off, so I'm going to do a quick recap. I think what I was doing was explaining what armor comes with these boots. More or less, there are rubber cups on the ankle bone on both sides. There is some reinforcement on the heel, some reinforcement on the toe, and I believe there's some sort of torsional shank on the inside. I'm not totally positive on that. I'm sure I could go back and figure out what the Crossfield 4s were, but honestly, I don't know. All I know is that it actually did protect me in a small crash. Right here. I laid down the bike. I crashed the bike at relatively low speeds, and I smacked my ankle bone on the ground here. You can actually see the wear marks. I popped right back up, and I did not feel a thing. So they did their job. So whatever they're using in here, whether it's just rubber or whatnot, it works. I've actually broken that bone before longboarding and wearing a pair of shoes like these, like Vans, and I popped my ankle down on the side of it on the ground, doing a lot slower speeds than when I was on the motorcycle. So those worked. Other than that, again, they're just good, strong, heavy-duty leather, and it's worn extremely well. So the leather itself and the ability to withstand a slide and general wear and tear is awesome. I really enjoyed these. Sometimes I wish there was a shifter cover here because that's definitely the most worn down part of the boot itself. But then again, I like it being symmetrical, so I'd want a shifter cover on this side, and then that side doesn't get worn down equally, so either way it's going to be that way. So I think it's just part of having these boots. I have no issues with the grip or the traction on them. Yeah, they could be more grippy, and I've slipped a few times on the pegs, but really I think it was down to rider error, not the boots themselves. I found these to be incredibly comfortable. I find them to be good to look at, and I reach for them a lot. I genuinely enjoy them. Other than that, again, leather's awesome. I was really pleasantly surprised that the sole itself did not start to separate from the top. I thought that would be my biggest weakness in these boots, and that's where they'd separate. And I have boots that I literally just wear in the office, like Chelsea boots, and those have started to do that, where these boots I put down, thousands of miles in fairly rough condition, they still haven't done that. And I think I've actually had a pair of the TCX boots that actually started to do that as well, where they started to separate. So that's been really great to see as well. I don't believe these are stitch soles. I think they're just glued on, so at some point they might start to come apart if I am correct on that. But again, I've been super impressed with these and how durable they actually are. It's the little details like the live free on the back here, little placard with the brand's name on it, and it says rider tested and approved. The logo on the insole, which I'm surprised it honestly hasn't worn off yet. All of those details are actually really nice to see, and there's lots of little Easter eggs all the way around, which is really cool. I guess to clarify one of the things I said, as far as I understand, these are not the Crossfields. These are the Crossfield colored breathable boots, and if I go to their collections on their website, These are the Wingman Collection ventilated boots. A really cool box, cool astronaut, skeleton astronaut, and just cool little details. Like it says here, you do what you can for as long as you can, and when you finally can't, you do the next best thing. You back up, but you don't give up, by Chuck Yeager. I don't know who the heck Chuck Yeager is, but that's a sweet quote, and it sounds like something I'd say, so I like it. And even other things, again, the name of this artwork is the Steely-Eyed Missile Man, and I think that's really unique. The packaging, the paper on the inside, everything with this was so cool that I actually kept the box, and I use it for all my spare gloves. And again, this isn't the boot specifically, but they came with this cool neck gaiter with the Indie Ridge logo on it and kind of a stars and stripe theme. And this is actually my favorite gaiter now. It is super warm, super comfortable, really soft. And after tons of washes and stuff, it's held up great. And I would literally buy just their gaiters because I like that one so much. I did have that initial issue with the first pair, being where the collar was shaped different, and then there was that weird stitching up the back. That was a problem. These do not have that at all. I can still see and feel with my hand stitching around here from that red fabric that's there. I would assume in the Crossfield 5s maybe they changed that, because that would have been one of my main critiques, is why would you put stitching anywhere near there's like a hard ankle bone or any bones there. So hopefully those are gone. And again, I don't think when I bought these, I don't think these had like a CE rating. So it's kind of a leap of faith, but they did their job, and they feel just as protected as what I believe are D3O cups in this one. I don't see any D3O branding on it, so I could be wrong. It could have been my pair before. Oh, nope, maybe there's D3O. No, I don't see it. So I don't want to misspeak. But comparing them to the TCX, I feel like they're almost exactly the same, but the Indie Ridges have actually worn better in both pairs of TCXs I've had. I don't think I'll be buying another pair of TCXs unless they come back out with a ventilated version of these. I think the styling is actually maybe a little bit better on the Indie Ridge, and after wearing them for almost a year, I really love them. I look forward to wearing them, and I think they're incredibly comfortable. Yeah, they are actually genuinely breathable, the most breathable boots I've ever worn, and I really like that. And again, they do have the non-breathable ones, which are called the, let's see, the Phoenix collection, and those are actually waterproof. Again, I'm sure part of the waterproofing is there's just none of that ventilation, but those ones also look really good, and they come in a bunch of different colors. So far, I think this is the best colorway of any of the boots on their website. But honestly, I'd say redo this exact same colorway Indie Ridge for non-ventilated boots, because this is a very nice colorway and it goes with, I don't know, basically everything. I don't know how much different the Crossfield 4s are going to be to the Crossfield 5s. As far as I can tell, they're going to be very similar, but it looks like maybe the Crossfield 5s have higher safety ratings, possibly. Oh yeah, the Crossfield 5s, it looks like they do have a CE test and rating on here, and then they've got the abrasion resistance, the puncture resistance, the transverse rigidity, the height, a bunch of other things on there. Which I think is really cool. I don't think that was on there with the Crossfield 4s, so maybe these ones just weren't CE tested. Again, I'll let you guys go look and see and look at the ratings, but for the most part, it looks like almost everything is a level 2, which for me it tends to be the sweet spot. Almost all my gear is CE level 2, simply because that's where I find that I like the look and the comfort and the quality, and it's all there. It's not the safest, but it's stuff I'll wear every time I get on the bike, so that's really great. Maybe this is going to sound a little gross, but these are the least stinky boots I've ever had because they breathe so dang well. You literally can just turn your foot and it just sucks wind right through. So even on the hottest days, these are very comfortable boots, and that's something nice. I like that. These boots have definitely got a little stinky in the past, and these ones have not. So I think that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video. Go check out Indie Ridge. I think they're awesome. If you have any questions, put it down below. And other than that, I always struggle with the sign-offs, but I guess ride safe, keep 2 wheels down, stay caffeinated, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.